What's good with it, YouTube? It's the Psychic Investigator. Back at it again. Just tapping in to see what's going on with the overall energy. And I hope all is well with the collective. I done pre-shuffled my deck, so let's tap in and see what's happening. Let's see what's behind the scenes. Archangel Michael, please allow a thin line of protection around me while I'm channeling these energies, please and thank you. Please cut the cords to attachment. Don't serve my highest good or the collective's highest good. Please allow a thin layer of protection in between me and the higher vibrational realms, please and thank you in advance. Dear and beloved ancestors of the highest vibration, which is love and light, please work through me and allow me to be a clear vessel for the collective, please and thank you in advance. Allow my messages to be clear and accurate so that I can bring clarity and a better understanding to this situation. So let's tap in and see what's happening. I already did my pre-shuffle. I've already shuffled my cards and sanitized them and saged them and crystalled them and all of that good stuff. So let's tap in and see what's happening. We said royalty by wisdom. The practitioner leaves everything to the person that took them out. That's tradition from generation to generation. So what's coming out is the passed over practitioner is letting somebody know that royalty is by wisdom, not by bloodline. And if you can beat me, the table is set for you to show your truth. So that's what it is. So whoever had passed away, this practitioner, in so many words, she left the throne. I don't know why I'm saying she. It could be a he, but I'm hearing she left this throne specifically to the person that took her out. They was not ready for the consequences of their action. Huge exposure, uncovering lies. So whatever happened to take this practitioner out, the people that did it was not ready for what was finna happen and change America or the UK. Visions of dead crows. So the person that had passed over, before they passed over, they knew that they were going to pass. And they started to see vision of dead crows, so they knew what time it was. Excuse me, I got a sage incense burning. We got controlling lever. You feel me? We got a controlling lever in this situation. This controller lever be smoking fat woods. So you know it's somebody in the hood. This dark soul male. So this dark soul male was smoking fat woods. There was a controller lever of this practitioner that passed away. She has your money, 5th house Taurus. She has your money, 5th house Taurus Roman. I never meant to hurt you, friend. So somebody that passed over was letting their friend know from the other side that they left them some money. And I'm guessing the spouse, the female, had the money, a Taurus energy, mixing dangerous Chinese herbs and food poisoning. So the way this practitioner had passed away is they mixed up a dangerous spell with different herbs that don't supposed to mix. So Chinese medicine. I feel bad for what I did to him or her. I am guilty. Booked into intake. So somebody was arrested on charges to this situation, and they was booked yesterday through intake. Something suddenly happened that brought in this arrest. I don't know what the sudden situation was, but whatever suddenly happened brought in this arrest. Let me see. I had no clue my wife's trip out of town was to sacrifice you, friend. So a friend from the other side is saying they had no clue that when their wife went out of town on a little mini vacation, their wife was going to plan to sacrifice a friend. So a friend was heartbroken by the truth. They died sad. I seen it all on camera. She tried to put your fingerprints on a gun using tape one night in the winter, October 2020. So on a cold winter night, a friend that you were living with seen their wife try to take the fingerprints off of a cup and put it on the gun. They tried to set somebody's friend up out of jealousy. Jealousy of spiritual gifts is what I'm guessing. So let's tap in and see what's going on over here. Let me pull out my manipulation decks. You feel me? So what's going on with this practitioner? What's the energy revolving around this practitioner, beloved ancestors of the highest vibration? Please send me 2 soldiers of protection outside my home and inside my home, beloved. Please and thank you in advance. And please allow all the ancestors that have a message to join me inside of my home. We got a silent hater. So this practitioner was a silent hater. Hidden truth. What else we got going on? They was playing with demons. They wasn't ready for the consequences of playing with their own demons. Somebody's family was a victim. So whoever family member that passed away that started to see crows, they were a victim. What's the energy surrounding this controlling lover? There was a Libra that was a controlling lover. There was a 2-headed snake. So this is the energy of the 2-headed snake that planted this evidence on this gun. There was a dirty therapist involved. So we got a 2-headed snake, a dirty therapist. And they were seeing dead crows before they death. This dirty therapist was smoking fat woods because they had a drug addiction. This dark soul had a drug addiction, and they was playing both sides, this Taurus. And that's why they was hiding his friend money, because they were extreme narcissists. And they was willing to mix dangerous Chinese medicines inside of people's food for poisoning, by which that's why that night they tried to get the fingerprints off of this cup to set somebody up. Yep. This judge did it. So this judge was booked into intake. They felt bad for what they did to him or her. They was a master manipulator. And not only that, they was hypnotized by a dark therapist because you was breaking generational curses. So a friend's wife was jealous of a friend. So they sacrificed him. Yep. And somebody was saying, you know what you did. So this friend told this lover, you know what you did and you're not right for what you did. I told you it was my friend. I can't believe you did that. So what's going on with they tried to put your fingerprints off of a gun? What's the energy surrounding that? That gun had too many bodies on it. So there was a detective involved and a therapist. We got Libra energy, a extreme narcissist. There was a paid off judge. This friend seen they lover try to take your fingerprints off a glass cup to put it on the gun that had way too many bodies on it. This friend was the practitioner. They knew they was dying the moment you came around. But they was hired to keep you safe because they was the only person that knew the truth about what truly happened to you in this situation. This wife was a dark soul. Well, this male had a dark soul and he had drug addictions. So this is what he did behind the scenes for a living, but that didn't take away from him being a good friend to the people that he did love. We're not going to disrespect the past over loved ones because they want to get this message. You feel me? This controller lover, this therapist, wanted shit to go their way. That Taurus energy was the therapist, this woman. And they had a friend that was a Libra that was a dirty judge. You feel me? The gun that they put these fingerprints on, though, that they tried to pin on the new practitioner after the old practitioner had died, that's the rules and the regulations. They leave the game to the person that passes away. This lover didn't want that. This lover felt like, if that's my spouse or that's my lover, why would you leave everything to them? Me and you built this. And they just come around and change fate. Well, this friend had decided once they seen this lover take these these fingerprints off this motherfucking cup and put them on a gun that had too many bodies, and I'm going to leave everything to my friend. This friend loved their friend. And they never truly meant to hurt them, but they was sick. And they was on their deathbed. And it wasn't too much they could really do to protect their friend in this dark situation, because they didn't even have the strength to hold on. They had already started to see these crows, and this lover wanted to control this situation, so they didn't want anybody around, because they didn't want anybody to get this blessing. But the truth was, it was tradition to pass the practitioner job down from generation to generation, no matter how this therapist felt. So let's tap in and see what's shaking. What's the overall energy, beloved ancestors? We got prison, sudden wealth, this child. So the child did the sacrifice for fame. They wanted to be a star. Yeah, the child did the sacrifice for fame. Just confirmation for the occupation. On this deathbed, this friend made the statement that they was leaving everything to their friend. And that's where this lover stepped in and felt a certain type of way, because they was in poverty. And this message that this wealthy man had left behind had them puzzled. They didn't understand. But they got court about this official person. The message of concern came in the mail before they got booked. They was trying to bypass this court date, this Taurus, and be the wealthy woman. Or man, because it's all about energy. But they was a thief. This occupation was passed from generation to generation, and this child decided to sacrifice the real practitioner because they were a two-headed snake. This parent helped this child set this up, not knowing the corruption that they will cause in America by pretending to be the practitioner. So the numbers of death in the rap industry was based on the false practitioner. You feel me? The false practitioner had aligned people's faith for failure. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because pretending to be somebody that you are not is not a wise decision, is what I'm saying. Why would you pretend to be a practitioner and you don't have the authority spiritually to make a sacrifice? You don't have the foresight to be an official person. And even though you wanted wealth, you wanted to be this privileged lady, this child in this community, it didn't take away from the damage and corruption, that they caused playing this game. Because they not only did they kill the magic of the original practitioner, rest in peace, but they killed all that magic that came along that this practitioner had done for years. So when that shit backfired, excuse my language, but when it backfired, and it's constantly backfiring, it's destroying America. Because if it's more dead people from black magic, then how are we even promoting these positions of power? How are we allowing celebrities to truly be celebrities if they not truly getting what they need manifested into their reality properly? You feel me? Yeah, this child wanted the victory, and they didn't care. And this child and his mother, didn't care who they hurt in the process. That's the truth. They just wanted to be a star. They was heartbroken. This child. Why was this child heartbroken once this truth was revealed about what they did behind the scenes to get this position of power? They had co-created. They did magic. So this magic was destroying and creating destruction. And they was committing crimes behind the scenes to cover up. Yeah, there we go. Look, that just popped out. Behind the scenes, the truth about these secrets. They was committing these crimes behind the scenes to cover up that they was never supposed to be in that position of power. So they was setting the spiritual practitioner up. Yep. Believing that as long as they went forward with this plan, everything will work, but it didn't go as planned because it wasn't true. They were fools. You feel me? Not only was they fools, they had embarrassed themselves and their entire family because the sun was out about this foolish decision and about them only going in this relationship because they knew this person was going to die. They wanted this position. This King of Wands wanted this position. This King of Wands, this Leo energy, wanted this position. And they didn't care who they hurt in the process. They was having nightmares. They was under judgment about this death. They was mixing these herbs, and these herbs killed the real practitioner. And then they were pretending to be this practitioner and caused all this disruption. They was the third party and they was the devil. This child. And this rapid communication to Temperance to walk away was they form of manipulation. So why did they tell Temperance to walk away, or why did they manipulate the energy? Because they was blinded. They was blinded by money, fame, and power. They figured if they could have what they want and manifest in the way they want, and nobody could find out, they could rush in with this cup and keep offering people false hope and false future predictions and false manifestations because they were incapable of bringing justice to people. They was only bringing injustice. That's the truth. They was blinded. They didn't realize what their actions had done. This Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles' actions only created heartbreak. This mother and this daughter, this is a fire sign child. And this Taurus is this Queen of Pentacles. They was left out. This Queen of Pentacles was left out because the magic they did on this practitioner friend, the lover couldn't live with what they had done. I pulled the plug on myself when I seen them put the fingerprints on the gun. That's the truth. That's the truth. They 7 the swords when they offered this cup. Because this cup had Chinese herb medicines in there. They cooked the cup of poison to wipe out self-conscious memory. This hermit was weighing out their options. And now they having a tower about how they truly became this Nine of Pentacles and why the cycle is over with this Queen of Wands. Because this Queen of Wands died in a car. Yep. And everybody is getting alignment about this Queen of Swords being there. And them only rushing in for this position. What else is going on, beloved ancestors? Any more messages from the other side? They only seen success. This Queen of Swords. What else is hidden about this Queen of Swords? They wanted these streams of income. And now they have no choice but to look at what they invested in when they rushed in, armored up, slow, to manipulate this situation. They rushed in with their equipment on. Pure manipulation. They rushed in with their equipment on to take on this position. They didn't care who they hurt in their process. That's why they was left in the code. Because it was justice. It was time to balance out these scales. And balancing out these scales meant they could no longer rush in and pay this emperor, this high priest, to do these spells over the real practitioner. They can no longer 5 of swords the real practitioner. They can no longer rush in with fast communication and a lot of money. It was put to rest. Because once this high earthen died from this cup of poison, this empress was in the illusion because of the black magic. They didn't truly know what happened. I don't even think this empress knew that their friend passed away, to be honest. What else is going on, beloved ancestors? Temperance and this passion only created a 7 of swords behind the back. Behind the back. They were 2 knights that had to walk away from this high priestess. And this high priestess wish fulfillment because they was left out in the cold. And that's the truth. Now they communicating from behind the jail cell, this King of Cups. What is this King of Cups saying behind this jail cell once they realize that their game no longer work? Fake change on their equal give and take. With this Queen of Cups. And they wish fulfillment was left out in the cold. They no longer had the strength to keep fighting this battle. They having nightmares, and that's the truth. Because they felt bad, this Knight of Pentacles, for what they did in the past to this practitioner of light. This King of Swords and this Lover put it to rest. Because they knew their ships wasn't coming in no more with this 10 of Pentacles. So they communicated. They was the Knight of Swords that started all this strife. They was the person that rushed in and mixed this Chinese medicine in somebody's cup so that they wouldn't reach success or be the person that they were designed to be. They wanted this position of power. They felt as if, even if I gotta take their fingerprints off of a cup and put it on a gun with too many bodies, that's what I'm willing to do to get what I want. Because I want to control this situation at all costs. It don't matter how nobody feel. My child is going to be the practitioner. I'm going to stage this crime scene. I'm going to knock this Lover off so that we can win in the end. And we're going to take out the traditional way of leaving the seat of power to the person that took them out. We're going to do it our way. But their way had destroyed America is what I see. Their way had kept everybody blinded. Their way was causing deaths. Their way wasn't truly manifesting wealth. So it was changing the faith of America. Their actions had changed the faith of America. You feel me? So here goes some notes that I made today. I just decided every time I'm going to do a reading, I'm going to, so I did my magic deck. So it was dark forces working in this situation. Heavy dark forces. Heavy mind, mental manipulation. That's why they was having visions of clothes. Because the money that they was doing was for somebody to waste cash. What else was going on? What other kind of magic was they doing? Evil gem possessions. So they was throwing out dark forces, wasted cash, evil gem possessions. What else was they doing behind the scenes, beloved ancestors? Somebody needed an exorcism. What else was they doing behind the scenes? What other form of manipulation was hidden? Remove your memory spell. So they was removing people's memories. So that Chinese medicine that they mixed up in that cup, that the practitioner seen their wife put in, was to wipe out somebody's memory. They was trying to hypnotize somebody. They was a dirty therapist and a psychic vampire. Energy vampire. They was doing dangerous magic in the background. Dangerous black magic. And they had took somebody's nails, clippings, and casted this spell. Yep. Demonic seals. So they was opening doors to dark forces and allowing different entities and dracons, archon spirits, to walk this planet by playing this game and doing this voodoo magic and putting needles in people's skulls for manipulation and personal gain. They was putting energetic implants inside of somebody so that they could harvest off of them. Yep. And sending out demonic spirits. They didn't want this person to have any type of clarity of what they did in the background. Period. Astral vortex curses. So they was going in the astral realm and raping people energetically for abundance and success and images and the gift of gab, the voice, They was taking away from people's self-conscious connection to God and their ancestors so that they couldn't get the messages of what that they was this two-headed snake. What else is going on? What other manipulation? Beloved ancestors, any other form of manipulation? Yep. They was doing nanobots and spy bots. I'm guessing what killed them was this Kalima magic and these astro devices. That Kalima magic took them out because they didn't necessarily have the authority to call on Kalima. They was using spy bots and doing heart attack magic on the victim behind the scenes so that nobody could see the truth about who this two-headed snake was. So let's see. Any more messages, beloved ancestors, for the collective? Is there any more messages? Yep. The Temperance Angel. The angels was coming in and balancing out the scales of this black magic and revealing these truths. Yep. They was playing with somebody. God. This the confirmation on the throat chakra. They was playing with somebody's life purpose. They don't want the friend to live in their purpose. This mother felt as if their daughter deserved it more than them. They felt like they was going to have material prosperity and that God was offering their child this cup, but that wasn't the truth. What else is hidden? Yeah. They felt like God should sound the horn for success for their child because this was their spouse. Even though it was tradition for the practitioner to leave everything to the person that took them out. That's tradition. Yeah. The practitioner was defeated, and so was his child. They was in deep conflict. Yep, because they was harvesting the practitioners, the new practitioners, sacred chakra. They was creating manifestations, but if this practitioner was clearing these spells and doing exorcisms because they was needed, then it was nothing they could really do. Yeah, they was playing with this person, crown chakra, throat chakra, and solar plexus. What else is going on, beloved ancestors? What else is hidden? Tower. Yep, they having the tower because in their third eye they seeing the truth about this harmony and this balance that this Empress is bringing. And after all they obstacles and challenges that they created on this path by manipulating stuff, now they is feeling emotionally lost. Yep, they was a devil. They was minded to toxic things and toxic energy, and that's why their faith is changing. Ancestors is balancing it out. That's the double confirmation. So, what does the collective need to surrender in this situation, beloved ancestors? That's too many. Beloved ancestors, what does the collective need to surrender in this situation? Let me get 3. One more. So we got, I am the dreamer of my dreams. So the real practitioner is saying they're the dreamer of their dreams. They dream this, they envision this, they embody this energy. This is their truth, and this is what's coming in for them, despite the obstacles and the temptation and the conflict and the chakra manipulation. When I lean towards love, I am led. So this practitioner knew that when they lean towards love, the most high vibrational thing on this, they don't want me to get this message out. The most high vibrational thing on this planet, who could stop them? Even after somebody took their fingerprints off of a glass and put it on a gun. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So this practitioner understood as long as they was connected to God and the divine and the ancestors, who could stop them? It was just unbelievable for a movement for this practitioner. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So this practitioner knew that some things was beyond themselves. And even though this dark therapist manipulated this stuff to win for personal gain, They could not manipulate faith forever. It had to backfire like everything else that backfired that this fake practitioner did. They didn't have the foresight or the vision or the ancestral connection or the path where you can cross over from heaven to earth. They wasn't an earth angel. They wasn't in between worlds. The only world they knew was this existence. So there was no way that you can manifest for other people if you can't see outside of the world that we're living in. And that was their biggest downfall. Thinking that they were bigger than God and bigger than the truth. And they could hide that they were incapable of this job. They only did it to get the money, but the job came with the money, so they covered it up through manipulation. Mother and daughter tag team. Both will die from the sacrifice, is what I heard. So let's get some ancestor advice. Beloved ancestors, what's the advice for the collective? We got 3. Let's see. There's nothing to worry about. You are safe. And this situation is under the perfect control of the divine and the universe order. Only infuse love, thoughts, and emotions into this situation to endure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to you and through you. So allow this situation to flow effortlessly to you because this is your divine calling. And they needed to stick to what worked for them instead of trying to live in somebody else's purpose. So what else is going on? Be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know that the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit that the truth to yourself, for we are all supported and guided through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they will come to you amongst your angels. So your angels will stepping in and telling you to look deep inside and dig deeper, past the surface level of what you can see, and accept the truth, because they couldn't be real with themselves in this situation. But as long as you honest with yourself and God, who can stop you? Release and surrender. So this situation was required to be released and surrendered. There was no need to hold on to this dark situation. The truths of this two-headed snake would always be revealed. They couldn't plant evidence. They couldn't manipulate the situation for their child to be successful and be this official, wealthy person, because it wasn't the truth. Trust your inner guidance and trust what God and your ancestors is telling you on your journey, because at the end of the day, they created more destruction than positivity. They destroyed themselves and everybody around them trying to manipulate a situation. So not only did you hurt you, you hurt innocent people because you felt like something was yours that wasn't really for you. A lot of people don't understand. Before people pass over, God always give the message to pass it on to the person that is ready. Ancestors give that message. They pick. We don't pick. They pick who is going to leave you what. It could be somebody that you don't even know that left you something. You know what I'm saying? But the ancestors put it on that person's heart before that time of death for them to see the truth. And we can never try to change what is real. The real was, if you never did this, would America be destroyed? That's the real. If you allow things to align naturally with faith, be fucked up. Because all the manipulation did was break more hearts than anything. Because one got to live behind the cell and one is dead. And then another is dead. You feel me? And then somebody that didn't even do anything is facing charges that they don't deserve for a gun that had too many bodies. So we know that was lies. And this friend died heartbroken because they seen their wife betray their friend before they death. So it's just kind of like nobody wins. Lose, lose. Peace.